Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all you beautiful, 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 beautiful people. What is happening? I see you, mainstream. It's been a minute. How are you? How are you? How are you? Let me say hello across all the platforms. All the platforms. So grateful for technology that allows us to be everywhere all at one time. I'm holding up. I'm holding up. Yep, I knew what you meant. I'm holding up good. I'm holding up really well. I hope you and yours are. I've been seeing you. Um I'm trying to make sure I have this up so I can see who's coming in. Yeah, I've been seeing you. You're cheering me on. Oh man. You don't be trying to bring me down in the morning. Hola, Monique, mami. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, let's see who's else. Here's Tamara. I see you. I see you. I'm getting text messages. Y'all are looking out. Thank you so much for looking out. Your sister just was a little late because I was trying to get mommy on the stream. Trying to get my mama on the stream. If you all understand that concept, give me an emoji. We got to help our parentals navigate this new land where everything is online. And if you want to participate, you got to have some skills. You got to have a few skills. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? You were praying for me this morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Need those prayers. I've for some time. Yes, you have been cheering me on for some time, and I appreciate you. I cheer you on too with your crazy self. I love the funny videos you post, brother. Yes, trying to get mom on. Yep, y'all understand that? Yeah. Trying to get the parentals on, honey. And so now I got to make sure she's got sound. She's got sound, and she's got. Yep, mama, you are good to go. Logging out. So today is day 2 of the 21-day release. You're good peeps too, bruh. You're good peeps too. I appreciate you. Today is the day 2. Day 2 for our 21-day release journey. And this was something that was birthed and literally pushed out of me just before COVID. This is the book, the Release Action Journal and Devotional. It's a release action journal because there's exercises in here. It is a blend of spiritual inspiration and positive psychology coaching. And so I'm taking the best of everything and putting it all together so that we get the best out of our time and being built up in the word, learning about the word. Yes, it's not Bible study. It's a devotional. We go through the Bible, but it's also more about the work, because you've got to be able to get the word, take the word in you, and then expound on that in a way that shows through your actions, your belief system, and all of that. And so in this day and time, especially, we really need to be rooted and grounded. And what do we think? What do we believe? Hey, Spike, I see you. And all of those things. And so what perfect time. It's so funny. Think about it. I birthed this 21-day devotional right before we go into COVID. Now, I know we've been in this more than 21 days. I get that. But, I'm now looking toward Pentecost and faith without works. You better speak, sir. Speak, sir. Speak, sir. Faith without works. So now we're heading toward Pentecost, where we celebrate the grand entrance of the Holy Spirit into the earth, and then each one of us having a piece of that. And I'm just thinking, and I'm having high expectations for what does that mean for us? Like, what does that mean in the lives of Monique, in the lives of Tamara, in the lives of, my brother? What does that mean? This is a women's devotional, but I welcome the brothers' prayerful presence. Spike, all of you, thank you for the kisses. Oh, wait, wrong side. Love my kisses. Fill me up. And so what does that mean? What is that going to look like in your life as we get ready to head into this next, this next month, May? What does May hold for you? What is June? What's the rest of 2020 about? I believe this is a special time. I believe that this is a special time, and that there are things that you all are supposed to be giving birth to, that you all are supposed to be taking in. And so I reach this people, you reach that people, and if we all get together and synergistically, just flood the world with our positivity, flood the world with our unique gifts and talents, man, we can really turn some stuff around. You believe that too? Yeah, I believe it too. I really, 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 really do. And so, I was laughing because I was thinking, I have these conversations with myself. I don't know if y'all have conversations with yourself, but I was having conversations with myself. Like, Jeanette, people could be looking at you and thinking, girl, you're doing too much. I have a saying that I use with my coaching clients. You have to be careful not to, you talk to yourself all the time. Good. I'm in good company. I'm in excellent company. Don't go around swinging at piñatas, just swinging at piñatas blindly, just swinging at, I'm going to do this thing and then I'm going to do this and do that. But then I had peace about it, because coming into this season, I said, everything he tells me to do, I'm going to do it. Everything he says, do it. Kind of like when Jesus's mother, when they were at the wedding and they ran out of wine, and she said, it's your time to operate in your gifts. And Jesus was like, nah, I'm just going to chill back in the cut. She's like, no, it's time. And so she didn't even talk to him. And she went to the servants and said, look, go to him, and whatever he says, do it. That's where I am. Whatever he says, do it. And it may look like I'm doing too much, because I know I got this. I'm doing the midweek jammy jam, which is totally not what this is. And then Life Unscripted, which is interviews and coaching with people that, bring great value in that way. So whatever he says to you to do, y'all, do it. Do it. You did a video that echoes exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's what I'm saying. We're all spiritually, synergistically tied up together. That's what's great about this. Work behind the scenes, hit the ground running when this, but yes, absolutely. So if you are in the incubation stages now, then what happens is once we come out of this, boom, you're giving birth to all these fantastic and fabulous things. And that's what's important. If you are ready, we're going to get into this devotional for today. I would love it if you would like it. Tap me out some hearts. I see you, Monique. Those chocolate kisses are giving me life. Wait, this way? I think I'm going right. Nope. Yep, it's the left cheek. Okay. Those chocolate kisses are giving me life. Please share this on whatever platform you're watching on. We are across the stream. So Tamara, I see you on YouTube. I see some of you on Periscope. I see some of us on Facebook. Wherever you are, please share this, and we're going to go on and get into the getting. Today's topic is, girl, take the help. Girl, take the help. Girl, take the help. And why did let me tell you before I even read the scripture and share with you where this came from. Take the help, H-E-L-P. I'm a little congested, my allergies. Take the help, H-E-L-P. In fact, thank you, brother, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it as the topic. Girl, take the help. Bam. Oops. I should correct that. That looks like a L. It's really supposed to be an I. Okay. Y'all work with a sister. Girl, take the help. Girl, take the help. There we go. Girl, take the help. All right. So as we get ready to dive into it, you heard something a little different. You heard hell, didn't you? No, no, no. We don't need to take no more hell in our lives. We don't need to take any more. I know that's probably what you heard. That's what I thought. We don't need no more hell in our lives. All right, let's go to God. Father, thank you for this time together. Lord, we just lift you up. We give you honor and praise because even in the midst of these circumstances, there's always something that we can be grateful for. So we give you thanks and praise that we're able to come to you with any prayer requests, with any inclination of anything going on in our lives and lay it at your feet. And today, God, I ask for your thumbprint on this 21-day devotional. Let your spirit rest in this place. Let her just flow throughout this devotional. Let her flow out and be felt amongst all of those who are watching, every viewer watching live and on the replay. Let the words of my mouth not be my words, but yours. Let them speak life. Let them bring wisdom. And let us discover something new in you and in ourselves today that we've never seen before so that we can do what we've never done before. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now, let me tell you all, I know I have tons and tons and tons and tons of followers from different faith beliefs. You all know where I am. I'm a Christian. It's in Jesus' name I pray. However you define God for you, let that be your foundational jumping off point. We're not here to bring more division. We're here to come together. All right, so let's do it. Girl, take the help. It's day 2 in the devotional. And the scripture is Psalm 54:5. Let's see if I have that for you. Yep, she does. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh, this ain't going to be deep, like we not touching the ground. I hope y'all know that because it's me. But yeah, okay. That is probably a little small for you. So let me give it to you so you can see. Bam. All right, Psalm 54. And we're looking at verse 4 right here. Oh, I have to highlight it over here. All right. Surely God is my help. The Lord is the one who sustains me. Let's go back and give it some context. This is David, who's been found out by his enemies, and they're asking Saul, who's after him to kill him, hey, isn't David hiding somewhere around here? And David is praying for help. So we look at this point, this is kind of a prayer of vindication. But hey, whenever you need God, that's when you pray. Save me, O God, by your name. Vindicate me in your might. Hear my prayer, O God. Listen to the words of my mouth. Arrogant foes are trying to attack me. Ruthless people are trying to kill me. People without regard for God. But surely God is my help. The Lord is the one who sustains me. Surely God is our help. The Lord is the one who sustains me. You know, I feel like we need more surelys in our life. I don't feel like we lay on that surely. Yeah, we're in a pandemic. Yeah, this is happening, but surely we're going to come out of this. Yeah, I might not be feeling the best all the time. I might be, a little depressed here and there, but surely this isn't the end of the story. Yeah, my business might be taking a hit. Yeah, there might be things going on that, just give me pause or cause me to be anxious. But surely, we need more surelys in our life. Way more surelys in our life. So I'm going to read to you if you agree with me, type me a comment, because I just believe that sometimes we pay more attention to the thing that's right in front of us and instead of what's all around us and what's in us, and knowing the power that's in us and knowing the power we believe in. The source of everything being God is greater than everything. And so how we continue to let small things become big is a matter of perspective. Surely, we got to lay on those surelys. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Greg Grayson. We got to lay on the surelys, because surely we're in this pandemic. Surely I'm depressed. Surely I'm a little anxious. Surely I'm not sure about what all's going on. But so how does that perspective thing work? I've shown you, those of you who follow me, if you put that thing that you're focused on right up front, of course it's going to look bigger than you, bigger than God, bigger than source, bigger than everything that you are, concerned about. But when you bring it back in alignment with where you really are, right? You see it's smaller than you. It's not as big as you made it out to be. So it's all a matter of perspective. Where are you watching things? How are you aligning things? Oh, y'all, the fur baby. She wants to get in on this devotional. Come on, get this word, girl. So that's what hey, Nalabu. You heard her, did you? So that's where we are in this, right? And the focus being, girl, take the help. Okay. Yeah, it's all about that perspective. How do you choose to see it? Because out of how you make those choices will determine your decisions, how you feel about it, how you think about it, and then the decisions you make. So here's what's in the makeup of today's topic. All right. So this meditation flows naturally from several conversations that I've had with friends and colleagues over the last few years. Why won't women ask for help? Now, brothers, I know you're on the line, so let me just say, yes, y'all have your own problem too, but we're about asking for help, but we're focusing on ours. Okay. Why won't women ask for help? I've heard this topic come up in various ways, and there are always some varying factors for each case. Yet it seems that we are convinced that asking for help is a sign of some deficiency. Now, I'm going to ask y'all to get real. If you've ever had trouble asking for help, go on and throw me a little emoji, or yeah, that's me. Also, we practice the yes, yes with me. The yes, yes is a confirmation anthem. The first yes is about, yes, I agree with you. That's for me. The second yes is for those who are around you who hear your yes and go, you know what? I wasn't going to agree, but now that I know I'm not alone, I can say yes. So yes, yes on that. I see your hands up. Yep. You don't trust. That's honest. Come on with the honesty right up front. Yes, yes. And if we're honest, and even replay viewers, I want you to type in too. If we are honest, we all at some point or another have had trouble asking for help. We've all had trouble asking for help. I took the time to reflect on how this plays out in my own life. I realized that in the past, I would ask for help in subtle ways. And unfortunately, sometimes people would miss it or not recognize the request. I've only gotten better about stating my specific needs over the last 7 or 8 years. Right? So the issue for me was I would put it out there in a way that wasn't direct, concise, and clear, and then feel, okay, maybe I just lay off of that because they didn't pick up on the subtle hint. You've got to ask directly for what you need. Monique says currently you feel like you're asking too much. I get that. I will say this. You got to be willing to ask and get whatever answer you get. Sometimes we might have a need and we ask whoever's standing right in front of us. I think I don't want to say the challenge. The charge is pray about who it is that's supposed to be helping, because the people who are called to you for that particular task or that particular instance of help, they will have that resonance in them to help you, and they'll want to help you because it clicks with them too. Sometimes we reach for the people that are right in front of us. And I'm saying this for myself too. Sometimes I go, oh, this person or this connection or the, and you put it out there to the people right in front of you. And maybe it's about God trying to open a whole new door for you, a whole new set of opportunities through a whole new set of people. And so never feel bad. If you need help, don't feel bad about asking for help. Be prayerful, I think, about who you ask help of, and just put it out there. And you have a need, God's going to want to meet that need, because especially when your need is tied to purpose, it's got to get done. It has to get done. You got no choice but to get it done, right? So I feel you, and I've felt that too. But I think that's kind of where we should rest right now, is don't pull back on asking for the help because you feel like you're doing too much or asking too much. Let's make sure that we're asking the right people. And sometimes the need's not, it's not just about purpose or just about a lack of, you having a lack of being able to do something. Sometimes I'm thinking about today and this devotional, I've asked some women to get involved with me. I just thought, you know what, I could do these devotions every day, but how cool would it be to hear from different women and to get their experiences and have them weigh in, and we have these more layered and textured conversations, right? And so I've started asking women to, thank you for the hearts, boo, to partner with me and take a topic that they resonate with. And so as we move forward, you'll be hearing from other women besides me. So I think it'll expand this conversation, and just, I'm excited. I can't wait. Laverne says, sometimes I feel like people really don't want to help. Yeah. I get it. I get that. And Laverne, back to the point I just made, you actually may be right. You could be right. Because remember, the point I made was sometimes we ask people for help. We have a need, and we ask the people right in front of us, or the people we feel like might be the ones to fill that need. Make sure that we're staying prayerful about who we're asking for the help, because I know that God always brings provision for your vision, right? And there is somebody that's called to you to help you. You just got to make sure we're in the right ballpark and asking the right people. So the other part of this, and I'm not saying this is you, Laverne, but because we're cross platforms, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, and because we've got women of all ages, races, and even our prayerful men, our men that are being a prayerful presence, let me just raise this question. Sometimes we can feel like people don't want to help, and it's not really them, it's us projecting. It could be us projecting. I don't feel like they really want to help, because something in us says, I'm not really worthy of the help. Something in us doesn't feel confident enough to ask for the help. And maybe, maybe I shouldn't ask for the help. Maybe they don't. And so if, you could ask somebody for help, and then the way they look, their facial expression, they might take a minute to think about it. And it could lead us to hit a trigger and go, see, they don't really want to help. So I would just encourage us, I'm not saying this is you, Laverne, but your question made me think of this, that if that's the case, if you've ever felt like they don't really want to help, make sure you're not projecting. Make sure that that's not a mild or latent insecurity on our part, that we're taking it as they don't want to help, when they actually might want to help. Yeah. So I'm inviting women to women, some you may know, some you may not know, from different aspects of my life. That's what's making me so excited. I've got women that I've worked with like over 10 years ago, like almost 15 years ago. And, women from news, women from ministry, different cities, just all coming together. And I'm so excited about it. Ooh, yeah. And of course, my dear, 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 dear sister, Cherie Smith Claiborne, who is an ordained itinerant elder in the AME Church, is going to be joining us because she is my partner and co-facilitator for the Women's Release Experience retreats. And she's just a wealth of wisdom. And I'm excited because I'm hoping she's going to do more than one. I don't know if she got that when I was sending her the info, but we gonna do more than one. So yes, thank you, Monique. I'm glad you like that idea. Laverne says you're right, so that's why I'm a little afraid to ask them. Hey, but you know what? At least you're looking at it, Laverne, and I think that that's the first step. At least I know that's the first step, because we talk about all the time. What is that release process like? What is that about? How do we make sure that that's what we're doing? Yeah. How do we make sure that that's what we're doing? And so the first thing you did was you said, well, hey, I am, I'm kind of thinking it might be me. And based on that, I'm kind of thinking that I should rethink this. But here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to stop asking for the help, because if you need help, you absolutely deserve it. And again, remember, for every vision, there is provision. So don't be afraid. Just put it out there. Just put it out there. Be prayerful about who you ask. Be prayerful about who you ask for help. And then just go ahead and put it out there. And if in fact they don't want to help, it's a redirection to the right person. Absolutely. Absolutely, Laverne. That's the thing. So I'm saying pray, be led. If you miss it, or for whatever reason, or they miss it, let me tell you, just because one door closes doesn't mean God goes, oh yeah, no, never mind. I don't want you to get that accomplished. No, he's going to use somebody else. So you may miss it. They may miss it. Who knows who misses it? But you never have to worry about that. Girl, what you trying to get to? Take all these toys and be blessed. There you go. Now you don't want to get down. Man, y'all come get your niece. Will you come get your niece over here? Oh my gosh, thank you so much absolutely. Thank you, Laverne. We're going to dig into this a little more. So if you have people that you think would be blessed by this, please share it. Please share it. Please share this broadcast. Love, 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 Reverend Shrew. Yes, of course. Absolutely, we do. That's my heart. That's my sister. Got the same name, last name, her maiden name. Not the same people's, but just through spirit. Come get your niece. All right, let's dig back into this. Listen, if you're going to be here, you got to get in the word now. You can't be crying and whining, okay? So let's talk about the stigma that's attached to asking. You all have brought up a couple of them, and that being, we don't want to seem like a burden, or I just don't think that they want to help, or, that's some of the stigma. And that's attached to the asking. And when this bleeds over into our faith, then we bump heads with the word, because clearly, God knew that we were going to need help, right? Okay. So let's go back to the word about this. So we're going to look at 2 Corinthians 12 and 9, 2 Corinthians 12 and 9, and boom. Let's see. There. I hope you can see it. I hope it's big enough for you all to see it. Okay. So Paul's talking about his vision and the thorn in his flesh, this burden that he has to carry around. And he jumps in here saying, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power can rest on me. That's why, for Christ's sake, I delight in my weaknesses and insults and in hardships and persecutions and even in difficulties, because when I'm weak, then I'm strong. When I'm weak, then in him I'm strong, right? So Paul's saying, yeah, I got some stuff going on. I've got, I've got my own weaknesses. There are people insulting me. I got hardships. There's difficulties. I got persecutions. And, Paul's going through stuff most of us never have gone through. COVID has been a bit of a persecution for many. In some ways, people have lost their jobs or their jobs are on hold. People are trying to figure out how to get bills paid. Those are serious hardships and difficulties. But in God, our weaknesses are made strong. We're made strong in those areas of our weaknesses. And so God knew we need help. So why are we feeling bad about asking for help when God knew that we would need help? And the thing is, God doesn't just like drop ship you a Amazon Prime box full of his help from heaven. Like, you need help? Okay. Boop. You gotta deliver, you gotta pick up. It doesn't come like that. God helps us divinely, sometimes miraculously, but many times God's help comes through people. God's helping us through people. So how are we going to get God's help when we won't let people in? When we won't ask people for help? God says, you need help. Boop, sorry, this side. You need help. Right there. You need help. I know you need help. You're made stronger in my help. I send you somebody, but you don't want to ask them. I send you people, but you don't want to receive it. I've seen women be bad at just receiving help. The help is offered unsolicited and in a spirit and heart of authenticity and real love. And I've seen women go, oh, no, it's okay. And I'm like, girl, you need help. What are you doing? You need that help. And so we have to really challenge ourselves. We have to really challenge ourselves, because what's going on? Is that ego? Is that our egoic side saying, I don't want you to think I need help? We got to really look at that. Tisha's laughing at me. The Amazon Prime shipment. His help comes through people, not the mail. That's a good tweetable. Tisha, my beautiful sister. Oh, I love seeing people from the past. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. You need the help. God knows you need the help. God wants you to have the help. Girl, take the help. I don't know if I can say it. Girl, take the help. Take the help. Take the help. Let's look at another scripture, y'all. Y'all know I'm silly. I don't know why. Carla says, it's ego, trying to be strong all the time. Honey, can I tell you, Carla, that is beautiful. Let me tell you something. Now, many of us have seen different superhero movies. I love Wonder Woman. That's my jam. When I was little, I had the Reynolds foil cuffs I made me a little Wonder Woman crown. I had a belt. I had the whole nine, and I was Wonder Woman. So how excited was I when they came and started doing all the comic book movies? And even in the movies, every time you see Wonder Woman in a movie, there is a point in the movie where she needs help. She'll be laying them out, saving the day, doing all this stuff. And then there's a point in the movie where even she needs help. And I think that's intentional on the part of the writers of the comic book series and important to the movie producers to leave in, to say that everybody has their weakness. Superman has his kryptonite, Everybody has their weakness, but we all can get through that. We can shore that up, like Paul was saying in 2 Corinthians. When we admit and face our weaknesses, we face it, and then we say, and we trust it to God, and we say, however you want to help me in this season, help me. I really want to lay on this point for those of you who are going through because of COVID. There are some things that you are going to be needing. Some of you are looking for help with finances. Some of you are looking for help, in other ways. And I'm begging you to think differently about how that help may come. We already know it's not going to be in prime shipment from Amazon delivered to your door, but how is God going to help you in this season? And I encourage you to look in your toolbox, your beautiful, womanly decorated toolbox, or maybe you just like it good old red steel with the silver handle. Whatever your toolbox looks like, get your toolbox out and look in there, because I believe you have a lot of gifts and talents and things that you can offer, that you can be operating in now, that can help get you through this. Look in there and see what you have to make a little bread with. See what you've got in your toolbox that would bless people, that would help meet a need. Because whenever you can meet a need for somebody, people are willing to pay for that. It's something you're good at. It is something that you're blessed to be able to be skilled at. Some of you are ignoring it because it comes so easy for you, so you don't even think it's worth anything, because it's just something that you do. Women are getting paid. They're making masks. They're making all kind of stuff. And yes, some people are gifting them because that's what their call has been, to help. But I'm begging you to think about, what are the things that you have in your toolbox that you could be making a little meal for and sustaining some of your finances, because I believe everything that we need is in our hands. You just got to look at it. And sometimes you need a little help to see what that is. Like, how could I take this and monetize this? What is this about? What do we do? And that's why I'm here. And that's why others are here, to help you figure that out. So I don't know who that was for, but I just felt that strongly. Like, when we say, girl, take the help might come in a lot of different ways. And you're sitting there thinking, oh man, but the help might already be in you. It's just about you working with somebody else to help bring it to life. It's like the midwife helping bring that baby out, giving birth to that thing. So I don't know who that was for, but think on that. Monique says, good point. Being called a superwoman has been very triggering to me, and now I'm seeing why. Absolutely. Because if we see ourselves as these superheroes, and we don't understand that even in the lives of the real which is so weird, the lives of real superheroes, because they're not real, but in those stories, in the real stories that they're told about them, even they come into places where they fall, they stumble, they get caught, they get this and that. It's the perfect storm of things, and they need help, right? So if God says you need help, and Wonder Woman needs help, surely you need help. Girl, take the help. Girl, take the help. Okay. So still, we build up fear and anxieties about asking for help for several reasons. And you are, just on it. You are just on it. So you've already named some of these. Some of them are fear of rejection, fear of seeming weak or incapable, fear of being a burden, a belief that we shouldn't have to ask for help, or fear of losing control. Now, what I want you all to do, let's keep it real in the community of sisterhood. I want you all to label the one that gets you the most. What's the one that trips you up the most? Fear of rejection, the reason why you won't ask for help. Fear of rejection, fear of seeming weak or incapable, fear of being a burden, a belief that you shouldn't have to ask for help, or fear of losing control. Listed. Monique says hers is fear of being a burden. Yep, and that's the one you communicated. Fear of being a burden. Anybody else want to share? Thank you, Laverne. Thank you. Fear of rejection. Yep. And I don't think they really want to help. Now, Laverne, do you see how those tie? Now you've connected the dots. You said before, I don't think they really want to help. But that's not really what's going on. In your subconscious, you're feeling like, I don't want to be rejected. So if I don't ask for the help, they won't, then I can avoid this whole possible scenario of them rejecting. Yeah, you see the dots? And so we have to work on, and Laverne, what I would want you to do, but stay connected, because I really want us to let go of these low level thinking and this low level idea that I'm not worth the help, because that fear of rejection is also tied to something else. You are absolutely, Laverne, absolutely deserving of help. You're absolutely deserving of love, and you are absolutely deserving of acceptance. In fact, Laverne, you are loved. I love you. You are accepted. God accepts you. I accept you. And you are so deserving to have everything you need to accomplish every bit of purpose that God has put on the inside of you. Why? Because he created you and you're still here. That means there's stuff for you to do. So be affirmed today. You are worthy. You are absolutely, absolutely, absolutely worthy. Thank you for sharing. Man, y'all are so, y'all are good. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. I'm telling you, I know this thing is just getting started, but can you imagine what this is going to be like when we get like a bunch of women in here and we just take off the mask, take off the facade, and we just get real and just start talking and really sharing from the heart, the stuff that we can heal within ourselves and in the body of women. Man, oh man, oh man. Tisha says, number one is fear of rejection. And number two is the belief that I shouldn't have to ask, always hoping that people would discern that they need to help. Wrong. Tisha, I don't know if you were in here for it, but I shared in the beginning of the meditation that I share in this, that's what happened to me. I would, like in a discreet way, share the need that I had. And then when people would miss it, my subtle shares, then I would just be like, well, I just move on to the next. But what I realized was that made it all about me. Here's the other thing about taking the help. You taking the help is not all about you all, women. It's not just all about you, because when you don't allow people to help, you take away the ability for somebody else to operate in purpose and to be blessed by being a part of the whole, this whole big wheel of life, because it's an ebb and flow. It's the yin and yang. Like one day I'm going to need help. The next day you're going to need help. One day they going to need help. And the next day they going to need help. And the next day they going to, So we have to be willing to not look at it just from our standpoint of I need the help, because that's where we break up that, oh gosh, that was such a great share, Tisha. Not about just me. It's about what do they get as a result of being a part of this. That was awesome. Ooh, Tisha Stratford. That was good, mama. That was good. I hope y'all are tracking this. I hope y'all are tracking. All right. So some of these reasons that we mentioned: fear of rejection, fear of seeming weak or incapable, fear of being a burden, a belief that we shouldn't have to ask for help, or a fear of losing control. All of those things can happen. And sometimes it may not be the same one for each thing. Sometimes you can feel different things. And like Carla said, about that ego, just trying to be strong all the time. Man, don't let egoette rule you, because she will have you in a world of hurt. Don't let ego at don't let ego at her. Don't let her run. Don't let her run stuff. So how can we get the help we need? Okay? These are the things you want to write down. How? How do we get the help we need? We've understood now how it all happens, why it all happens, why we, run from it. But now I want us to really, really look at how do we get the help we need? All right. So the first thing is be clear about what you need. Be clear about what you need. Now, I should have done this. I didn't do this, but I'm doing it now. In case you just want to take a screenshot, be clear about what. I'll do it this way. Be clear about what you need. Now, this goes back to what Tisha and I were saying. We just want you to know. Like, why can't you just know? Ooh, that needs a what in it. Hold on, y'all. Why can't you just know what my need is? Can't you just see it? Because in something in us says, if you care about me, you could just see it. If you love me, you could just see it. If you really knew me and understood who I was, you could just see it. That's what we believe subconsciously. But the truth is, people have their own ish. People have their own stuff, and girl, they can't see what you're doing. They can't see what you need. They can't see it because they're dealing with their own stuff. And it's a little harsh on our part to make a judgment. And I'm not saying, Tisha, this is you. I'm just saying, just women, just generally, it'd be a little harsh to judge people as not being caring and not loving just because they couldn't see it. Yeah, yes. A little harsh. So we have to talk ourselves through that and then go, you know what? We've hung just way too much on the ask. We just wait our whole relationship. Thank you on Periscope for the hearts. We just wait our whole relationship on the line because you couldn't see it. So here's the thing. Be clear about what you need. Make it easy for others by being clear about what you need help with. What's not working? Often you'll get a much more positive response if you just ask for it straightforward and concrete. Just lay it out. Not a demand, not an expectation, just a clear communication of, hey, I'm doing this and I need some help. And how do you need the help? If you know how you need the help, please communicate that part. I'm working on this thing. I feel like I need somebody to help me, blah, blah, blah. Be clear. Be clear. Be clear 2 more times. Be clear 1 more time. Be clear about what it is you need help with. Right? I can't wait for tomorrow because I want y'all to tell me your homework is go try this. Your homework is go try it. All right. So that's number 1. How we're going to get the help. All right. The second thing is, and we talked about this. Come on, stay open for me. Choose carefully who you ask for help. Choose carefully who you ask for help. Now, why do we say that? Because all right, nobody wants to feel rejected. Nobody wants to, feel like a burden. Nobody wants to feel all those things. You got a better shot at getting what you need and how you need it when we're prayerful about who we ask for the help. Now, maybe in times past, I know it's happened to me. I've asked the people like right in front of me because they're in the forefront of my mind. They're like, and it's almost like you're taking them and you're going, okay, I have this space right here, and I have this. You fit. I'll make you fit. Like you could be the answer, right? But there's a person that's shaped and divinely and made specifically to fit your need. And they'll just fit. You don't have to force it. You don't have to. And in fact, your prayerfulness and your meditative, exercise of it and just marinating in like, who could help? Who is this? Pulls in not your best decision about who could help, but it also pulls in God's divine choice, because there might be some new people that God is trying to help move into your circle. And so when that happens, man, now you've opened up, you start exploding on a whole new level. Now, this is different if you're in a married situation or you're in a partnership and you need help from that specific person, then you have to go to that specific person. You can't ask somebody, some man outside your house to help you with something your husband's supposed to be helping you with. I'm not saying that. Oh, Lord, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in those cases, you have to communicate the need. You have to be clear about what the need is, and you have to get that help from the person that you need the help from, right? Right? Yes. But for other things, where they're broader things, be open to thinking about the fact that maybe it's not the people that you always tend to rely on. It might be somebody else. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. So what's number 3? When you've got a problem. Oh, I love this. Ask for help early on. When you've got a problem, ask for help early on. Yes. Yes. When you need help, ask for help early on. You don't want to feel like a burden. Don't wait till the last minute to ask somebody for help, because now what you've done is you not just asked for help, you just gave them a nice little stress ball in your ask. I need help and it's got to be done by yesterday. I need help and it's got to be done by 5 o'clock today. Don't do that to people. Don't do that. Because think about it. That we wouldn't want that for us, right? We wouldn't want somebody to do that for us. So we really, really have to think about this. Go ahead and build your courage up early. Pray about that thing, put it out there, and give it enough time so that people could actually have impact and do it in a way that doesn't stress them the hell out. Right? Am I right? Y'all getting real quiet. I just need to know. Are y'all with me? Okay. Very important. Let's go back through our 3 that we have so far. We're saying, girl, take the help. Number 1, be clear about what you need. Number 2, choose carefully who you ask for help. Number 3, ask for help early on. Okay, Monique's with me. Thank you, girl. Tisha is laughing at me. But come on, light skin. Light skin to light skin. You know what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Now, what is number 4? This is kind of comes out of something that we've already said, but I think you'll get this. Find your tribe. Find your tribe. What is your tribe? Your tribe is the people. It's the people who are called to you. It's the people who have your heart and your vision. It's the people. Laverne's laughing at me too. It's the people who are called to you. It's this preaching. No, y'all are preaching it with me. Y'all are preaching this with me. It's the people who are called to you. You have got to find your tribe. Find a supportive environment where you can find others who have been in the same situation and can relate to what you're doing or what you're going through. If you need a lot of help, going to several people for help instead of one person for all the help will get more perspectives, and that will help you not be a burden to people. You know what I love? I love women's groups. I love women's groups. Oh, I'm preaching straight to you. Come on, Laverne. I love women's groups. I mean, like online, there's so many different kinds. Professional groups. You can find them on LinkedIn. You can find them on Facebook. There's so many groups like this, because then you can come in and you can ask questions. You can say, does anybody know what's the easiest way to do this? I'm all about, like, smarter, not harder. What's the easy way to do this? I say, Tisha, Laverne, Monique, Tamara, Narisha, Cheryl, Stephanie. What's Sabrina? Y'all tell me what's the easiest way to do this. What have you found? What have you discovered? What can I do? Like, help a sister out. Groups, your tribe will help you. And then, like I said in the book, if it's a big task, if you break it up into little pieces, then you don't have to worry about being a burden, because you're not asking one person for the big haul, right? Yes, yes. Okay. So, number 5. I think that we get this point, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and throw this on out here. Number 5 is yes, yes. That's my girl. Come on, girl. Give a heartfelt thank you. Give a heartfelt thank you. Share with others what it meant to you that they gave their support. Just simply a note does it. Like, thank you so much for helping me with X. But if they went out of their way to help you, maybe you want to send them a little present, a little gift, a little knickknack or something. Those kind. And hey, listen, you can Cash App people now, Venmo people. Girl, thanks. Here's a little. I did that the other day. I interviewed my neighbor, who I figured out was an essential worker in the healthcare field, because she had her shoe covers on outside her door. I said, and I was interviewing people for the show I'm doing on Thursday, honoring healthcare workers. And when I saw that, I asked her, I slipped a note under her door. And I said, hey, would you mind me interviewing you? She said, no. So we never came in contact with it. We just slipped notes under each other's door. And then, so she let me interview her on here, and you all will see it Thursday. And, we're texting back and forth about the scheduling and coordinating. And I just sent her a little, here. So what she's been doing to keep norm for herself is going to drive through Starbucks on the way to the hospital. So I said, here, today, latte on me. Just a little something. It doesn't have to be a huge anything. People just love to know that you appreciate them. It could be your words. It could be expression. It could be anything. But a heartfelt thank you goes a really long way. Thank you for allowing God to use you today. Oh, Laverne, thank you. And thank you all for sharing this, because I feel like I try to make it light. I try to keep it, because I'm light. And I feel like God found a way to bring things into the world, including Jesus. Jesus was on the earth. And so I'm trying to stay on the earth too. I'm not trying to be so deep, but I do want us to get it. So thank you all. I appreciate you all. I got one more to share with you, but thank you all for participating and for sharing transparently your road, your path, because I think that's just going to bless the women who are watching now and who will watch by replay. And if you haven't liked the Women's Release Experience page, please like it so you get these alerts, because I would love for you to keep coming in. And who knows, I might pull you into doing one. If that's what you're interested in. All right. So the last one, and then I'll recap and we'll be done, because I want to keep y'all close to this hour as possible. Reciprocate naturally. Oh my gosh, this is a huge one. I don't know if you're going to see this coming, but reciprocate naturally. Okay, think about it. If we have fear of rejection, we have a fear of seeming weak or incapable. If we have a fear of being a burden, if we have a belief that we shouldn't have to ask for help, if we have a fear of losing control, when somebody actually offers help and we receive the help, Could there be this tendency? I got a tit for tat. You help me, now I got to help you. I don't want to owe anybody. I don't want to say, it's still playing back into that whole thing about not trying to seem weak. Reciprocate naturally. It don't have to be no tit for tat. It doesn't have to be, you did this, now I'm going to do this. You don't have to force it. There will come a time when you are divinely orchestrated and called into helping. And when it's your time, let it rip. Let it flow. Don't have to force it, because then it feels like I'm just trying to check this task off my list. Thanks, Periscope people, for the hearts. Love you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Let it happen naturally. Giving and offering support naturally happens when people that care about each other are just in tune. Just simply being supportive is just as important as getting. Oh, girl, y'all, I need to clean my glasses. Being supportive is just as important as getting help. How can you make other people's journeys a little bit easier? Asking for help is not going to suddenly become easy overnight. Just because something is difficult doesn't mean that you shouldn't avoid it. That's a part of adulting. It's another muscle to build, and another tool to put in your proverbial toolkit. So asking for help, receiving help, and then offering help. Yeah. Tisha, that thing about divinely orchestrated, that is so important. It's so important. This girl has a voice of an angel, by the way. You should go by her page. That thing it's got to be divinely orchestrated. If not, it's like you're forcing it. And who wants that kind of help? And then it may or may not be the same person. Absolutely. I say it all the time, Monique. The seeds you sow in one field may not reap the harvest in that field. They may come back from somewhere else. Same thing with help. The help that you give to somebody may not come back to you through that person. And that's why I say, don't look for the help. Don't look for help from the people that are just right in front of you or right on the forefront of your mind. Be prayerful about who those people are. As Tisha said, make sure it's divinely orchestrated, right? Because then it'll line up. The next time you start to feel warm or get tight at the thought of asking someone you know for help, just let somebody know you can't do it alone. And when you start to get tight about it, when you start getting that knot, when those things start running up about the fear of rejection, the fear of feeling weak or seeming incapable, that fear of being a burden to somebody, that fear of losing control, or that sense of, well, I just shouldn't have to ask for help. When that stuff happens, smack your cheek, smack your hand, smack something, and tell yourself, girl, take the help. Girl, take the help. Right? Okay. So we're going to work it out. Here's the question. What one thing or area in your life could blossom if you would simply ask for help? What one thing or area of your life would blossom if you would simply ask for help? What one thing in your life if you would ask for help? I want you to type it in. Don't think about it too hard. Just come straight out of your spirit, come straight out of your, intuitiveness. Just, what is it? What is that one area of life or that one thing? What would blossom if you would simply just bite the bullet and ask for help? I only see one. Come on, y'all. Let's end strong, because the replay viewers are going to see this and they need our support. They need our support. They need to see us putting skin in the game. I did mine. I said, I'm on this 21-day journey and I can lead this by myself. But you know what? I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to ask other fabulous women to come and give their take on this. Could I do this alone? I probably could. Will it be better because I asked for help? Absolutely. Because not only will it be, I'm excited to hear their insights. I'm excited to hear what they're going to bring to it. I'm excited to share that with you. And then the dialogue of women going back and forth, it's going to be fabulous. Because I asked for help, it's going to be all the better all the way around. Monique says if she would ask for help with her business, it could blossom. Laverne says if she would not, about not being so negative, if you would get some help in that area. That's a big share. Yes. Tisha says her career and her ministry, if she would just ask for help, that's it. And I get it, ladies, because especially when you start talking about your business and your ministry or career things, or even whatever the passion project is that's really important to you, it's like our precious thing. It's our precious thing. And so I don't want to offer it to you and then you reject me, or I offer it to you and then you say something that's going to make me, I'm so protective, but I leave you with this thought. If God says he expects that you need help and he beckons you to ask him for the help. If God, the creator of you, your business, your ministry, your everything, he birthed that in you. Where do you think that divine idea came from for your business and where do you think it came from? If God Almighty, the maker of everything, says you're going to need help, and then promises that I will send you provision for every vision, comes through people, comes through opportunities, and that. If he's sending it, girl, take the help. Take the help. And that is your action item for today. That's your action item. What are you going to do this week to go ask for help? What are you going to do not even just this week, today? Y'all got to do it today because we're coming back tomorrow. This is a 21-day devotional. Coming back tomorrow. I want to hear that you stepped out on faith. You were prayerful, but now listen, if you pray about it and nothing really comes to you, that's one thing, but don't be scared. Don't be scared. Pray about it, think about it, and then go ask for help. Some of you can get some stuff handled today. Jesus says, so true, our precious thing that we want to protect from negativity, but we must trust God and others that he sends. Absolutely. Absolutely. And listen, let me tell you something about rejection. Somebody's no is not necessarily rejection. Somebody's no might be protection. I felt that thing. Wait a minute. That is like the tweetable. Somebody's rejection may not be what you think it is. It may actually be protection, because there are some people that we ask for help sometimes that we should not be taking help from. Let me just say that. Y'all forgive me for running on that one, but that thing just hit me in the, in my, that hit me. Think about it. When I ran, I thought Nala did something. No, I was running because that thing hit me like, ooh, I'm talking to myself. That's what I was saying. I wish y'all could see how she's looking at me. She's like, are you okay? I'm okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I promise you, I'm good. I know. I'm good though. I'm good. That thing was just good. Rejection is sometimes really protection, because think about it. We have a need. We just ask for the first person that we think of or whatever. Yeah, girl. And God is trying to block it. So them saying no to you is not rejection, it's protection, because they're not supposed to touch your precious thing, Tisha. They're not supposed to be a part of your business, Monique. They're not supposed to speak into your life, Laverne. They're not supposed to have a hand in what you're working on, Tamara. They're not supposed to. So when you look at it that way and just trust that a no doesn't have to cut you to your soul, then you understand that all things really do work together. The yeses and the nos, the ebbs and the flows, all that stuff really does work together, right? Come on now. Go out there and be bold today, women. Go out there and be bold today, because there is stuff in the world that needs handling. Come on, Marilyn, you too. Laying quiet in the cut. You too. There's stuff that you are supposed to be getting done. Come on, sis. There's stuff that we're supposed to be getting done. That's not, what are you waiting on? The world's waiting on you. We're not going to have fear of rejection. We're not going to be feeling like, I don't want to seem weak, or I don't want to be a burden, or I don't want, to have to ask for help. What will they think if I ask? I don't want to lose control. We're not going to think of any of that stuff. The charge has been set. God says you would need help. He promises you to be your provision for vision. Girl, take the help. All right? Take the help. I love this quote. No one can reject you but yourself. Bam. Come on, Monique. What? No one can reject you but yourself. All right. You got the understanding. You got the charge. Now's your time to go out and make it happen. I want to see you back here tomorrow morning. They're not deserving of the blessing that comes with the seed being sown. Marilyn, come on. That's some good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. There's something always powerful when the women get together. Always. So now you've got your understanding, you got your charge. Let's go do it. That's all that's left. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. That's your mama? Come on, mama. Of course that's your mama. Good seed. I'm so glad to see your mama on. I think my mom was watching too, but she's not about to be typing in no stuff. Just tell you, that's next level. We just glad she on the stream. All right, y'all. You got it. Let's go do it. Because listen, it'll be a sad, sad thing to think that a lot of what's going on in the world could be fixed by the ripple effect of you being in place, operating in your unique and divine assignment. And I promise you this, anybody, from Oprah to you name anybody. That's one of my mentors in the spirit. They didn't get where they got without help. They didn't get where they got without help. So if they need help, guess what? All right. All right. I love you all to life. You have a blessed and awesome day. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. I can't wait to see what things you give birth to, because you decided today to be strong in wisdom and take the help. Love y'all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.